Day 2 of the $2,620 World Series of Poker Marathon event. We have 34,000 chips going to 400, 800, 100-minute levels. Plenty of time to pick our spots. Be selectively aggressive, chip up. Got to stay patient, plenty of time. At the same time, blinds and antes really do add up, and you can just lose a ton of chips by folding. So it's a delicate balance. Let's hope luck favors us today and we bag up again to go to day 3. First hand of the day, I raise and take it on the button with Ace X. The second hand, we're now 5-handed. I'm in seat 9, seat 8, 6 down. I believe his name is Adrian Buckley. Looks European. He raises to 1,800. I'm next to act with Ace 6 of clubs. I make it 5,200. Action folds back to him and he puts in the call. He has about 70,000 to start the hand. Flop comes 9-7 deuce, 2 clubs. He checks. I bet 5,100. He puts in the call. Turn is an offsuit 5. He checks. I have 26,000 behind. I think our options are check back, try to realize our equity, or go for it. Shove all in. About a pot-sized bet. We decide to go for it and shove all in. He goes into the tank, does a fake fold. That's right, the old forward motion, bring it back move to get a reaction out of me. I'm just staring to my right this whole time. Then he goes for the 1-chip call and brings the 1 chip back into his hand. And then he eventually throws 1 chip in, and I guess it's officially a call now. We show our A6 of clubs and he shows 9-8 offsuit. All right. The river is a 3 of clubs and we hit our flush and we now have 70,000 chips. 1 orbit later, it folds around to the small blind, same guy. And he makes it 2,400 at 4-8. I'm in the big blind with King, Queen of clubs. He has about 25,000 behind, so definitely could call here, but I think he's pretty tilted. I make it 7,000. He shoves all in, and I put in the call. He shows King 6 of hearts. The flop comes Ace, King 10. The turn is an 8, and the river is a deuce. We eliminate him from the tournament, and we now have 100,000 chips. An excellent start in the first 10 minutes.
Working hard to get my fill. Everybody wants a thrill. Paying anything to roll the dice. Just one more time.
With about 10 minutes left in the level, Bulgarian Pro opens to 1,800. Finnish Pro next to him in the low jack makes it 5,500. We're in the cutoff with Ace Queen offsuit. The Finnish Pro has been very active, 3-betting a lot of opens, so I think this is a great hand to put in our cold 4-bet fold range. In position, so we make it 12,000. Original raiser has about 120,000. Finnish Pro has about 90,000 to start the hand. Action folds to the Finnish Pro, who eventually puts in the call. Put him on something like a mid-pair, maybe a suited Broadway type hand. Flop comes Ace 6-3 rainbow. Great flop, should always be ahead here, but Finnish guys are known to bluff, so we want to make it look like we have something like kings through 10s and check back. Under rep our hand, so we check. The turn is a 4. He bet 16,000. Definitely got a call here. The river is a deuce, putting a 4 to a straight out there, but not too likely as pocket 5s. You could have all these lower sets, but I think our hand's pretty strong regardless of the board texture here. He bets 30,000. Not loving it, but I think based on our flop check, we got to put in the call. We call, and he shows Ace, King of hearts. Cooler. If he 5 bets, I fold 3, so he got almost the max value. Happy I didn't go for 3 streets. Would have lost it all.
Some will win, some will lose.
That's a big pot. Definitely hurt, but we still got to look on the bright side. We're now at 90,000 chips. 90 blinds. Excellent start. Just got to bounce back and stay in the zone.
Some are born to sing the blues. Oh, the movie never ends. It goes on and on and on and on. Strangers waiting.
Blinds at 500, 1,100. Very active player. Under the gun +2 makes it 2,300. The low jack calls, the button calls. We're in the big blind with ace-10 offsuit, so put in the call. Definitely could 3-bet squeeze here, but it might just be overplaying my hand. Flop comes ace-10, 4, 2 diamonds. I check, prepared to check raise, but everybody checks. Turns a king. Bet out 5,500 for value. 2 players fold and the button calls. The river's an offsuit 6. I'm about to bet for value, but I don't think there's too many hands that are going to call a big bet. So I want him to overvalue his ace-X or maybe king-10 for 2 pair and let him bet. So we check, and he bets 27,500. So he's really saying he's got a really strong hand or nothing. What really strong hands can he have? What check backs the flop? Not ace-king, not 4s, not aces. Kings 3-bet pre. So the only hand that beats me is queen-jack. But I have the very top of my range, and I showed weakness by checking, so we put in the call, and he shows queen-jack. Coming back from break, 600, 1,200, 200 ante. Got about 80,000, maybe 70,000.
Up and down the boulevard, there are shadows searching in the night. Streetlights, people living just to find emotion, hiding somewhere in the night.
With blinds at 600, 1,200 with a 100 ante. Action folds to middle position, who makes it 2,600 off of a 50K stack. I'm in the hijack with 2 red 8s, so I put in the 3-bet to 7,500. Action folds to the small blind, who's a young Caucasian white male that has perfect posture and is staring at everybody with every action and has his hands on his lap. I don't like him already. And I really don't like him when he puts in the cold 4-bet, 21,000. Original razor folds, and it's back to us. We have exactly 75,000 to start the hand. About 60 blinds. Sometimes you got to take a stand and go all in. I'm not buying when he's selling. We got a pair. We're all in. He asks for a count. Dealer says 70K. Turns out it's 75K. He's deep in the tank. He's staring. I'm not giving anything away. And he puts in the fold. We muck 1 card and show the 8 of hearts. Table goes nuts. Brad Owen reaches over and takes his soul. He says he'll give it back after the day's over. 90,000 on 3rd break. 100 minutes before we go to dinner with
me.
Got that
Going
right.
to dinner with me.
It's always good to look forward to something in poker.
Yeah.
And of course, we're going to bag and tag in another 8 hours.
It's a long time, yeah.
We're playing till the money. Let's get that money. With blinds at 800, 1600. Posture, stare, hands in lap, kid opens under the gun +1 to 3600. Action folds to us in the big blind. We have ace jack offsuit and about 80,000, so I put in the call. Flop comes 7, 3 deuce rainbow. I check. He bets very small, 2,000. I call. Turn is a perfect card for us, a jack. I check. He's very bluff happy, so we're going to let him bluff. He bets 5,600. We call. The river is a 10. 8-9 gets there. Pretty unlikely as that. He could have 2 pair. We check. He bets 14,000 and just got a call. He shows pocket aces. Good for him. We just got into it verbally. Pretty hot and heavy right before this hand. So he really feels like the champion, getting the best of me in this hand. We're going to stay composed with our 40,000 chips. With blinds at 800, 1600. Action folds to us on the button. We have pocket kings. I love pocket kings. So we raise it up to 3,500. Small blind folds, and big blind posture stare puts in the call. Oh, he's gunning for us. Flop comes 10, 7, 5. Rainbow. He checks. I bet 4,500, and he calls. Turns the queen of spades. He checks. I have about 22,000 behind. Could bet, say, a third of my stack or jam. I think both options are reasonable. If I jam, I should still get called by all of his 10x, maybe 7x hands. Maybe turn to queen if he was floating with something like queen jack. Jack 9's now open-ended. Does he hate me enough to just call it off on a lot of draws? So I shove all in, and he snap calls. We show the kings, and he shows queen 5 offsuit. All right, king or counterfeit, 2 pair on the river. The river is an 8. Queens and 5s are good, and we are out of the marathon event. 18 hours of play, 15 hours of play, I don't know. A lot of play, still not close to the money for another 4 hours. 369 remain, 250 approximately pay. So we gave it our all. There were a lot of 3 bets, 4 bets. We were really going for it, so no regrets. I want to give a big shout out to Jason for putting me in this event. Viewer of the vlog, really appreciate you investing in me. Wish we could have taken it home, but that's tournament poker. There can be only one winner. Thanks for viewing. Until next time, sign up on ACR and raise your edge. I am out.